Hi there. Maybe you have landed here today because you're feeling anxious for no reason, which can feel really disconcerting. If that's the case, then join me for this really gentle EFT tapping session where we're going to give a voice to the anxiety. We're going to kind of sit with some of those difficult feelings and sensations, honour them, and hopefully find some relief as well, and maybe even some answers along the way, who knows. Now, before we begin, just a really gentle reminder that if you are experiencing this kind of persistent anxiety and it's been going on for 2 weeks or more, that's really interfering with your day-to-day life or feels like it's completely unmanageable, then know that there is support available. You know, sometimes when we get this unexplained anxiety, it can be linked to an underlying health condition, or it might be linked to hormonal issues. So it's worth speaking to a doctor or therapist if you're not sure, okay? That being said, EFT can feel really soothing and supportive. So, you know, give it a try and see how you get on. Right, so let's begin then. So first of all, make yourself nice and comfortable where you're sitting. Grab a blanket if you need to. And then we're going to take a nice grounding breath in through the nose. Just gently coming into this space and then exhaling softly through the mouth. And then start tapping on the side of the hand, repeating what I say in your mind or out loud, and reminding yourself that by tapping along with me today, you agree to take full responsibility for your own health and well-being. Even though I feel really anxious and I don't know why, I'm here now and I'm doing the best to care for myself. Even though I can't find a clear reason for this anxiety, like why is it here? I accept that it is here and I meet myself with compassion. Remember to breathe, keep tapping. Even though I don't understand where this anxiety has come from, I choose to be open, and I choose to deeply and completely love, honour and accept myself. And then tapping on the eyebrow points. I feel so anxious and I don't know why. Side of the eye. It's like it's come out of nowhere. I can't make sense of it. Remember to breathe in between. Under the eye, it's like I feel really tight in my body. I feel on edge. Under the nose, and I keep asking myself, why? Why am I feeling anxious? What's wrong with me? Chin point, it's like something is off and I can't figure it out. Collarbone point, and my mind is racing, searching for a reason. If I knew why, at least I'd have an answer. The brain likes answers. Under the arm, and this anxiety just showed up without any warning. Top of the head, and not knowing why makes it even worse. Like it is really disconcerting and unsettling. Eyebrow, I feel like I should have a reason for this. Side of the eye, but no matter how hard I think about it or try and find an answer, nothing seems to make sense. under the eye. And it's so tiring analysing every thought and feeling. Under the nose. I wish I knew why. Chin point. And I hate feeling like this and wish it would just stop. Collarbone. I want to push the anxiety away, but it just gets louder. Under the arm. I feel out of control. I feel helpless. You're doing really well. Keep tapping. I know it's hard. We're going to move through this. Top of the head. And that makes me feel even more anxious. Eyebrow. Maybe there's something under the surface I haven't noticed yet. Side of the eye. Maybe my nervous system is reacting to something quite subtle. Under the eye. It could be my body telling me I need rest or safety. Under the nose, or maybe it's a response to all the things I've been holding inside. Chin point. I'm open to the idea that this anxiety has a purpose, even if I don't see it yet. Collarbone. It might be hormones or sleep or food, maybe even something from the past. So as we tap here on the collarbone point, we're just going to take some time to tune in for a minute or two, just to see if we can create maybe a little bit of awareness around this. So if you feel safe and comfortable to do so, close your eyes. If not, just soften your gaze. And if you're feeling really activated, keep your eyes open, okay? And just keep looking at me, tapping on the collarbone point, just breathing softly. I'm going to be asking you some questions. You don't need to say anything out loud here. I'd like you to just listen and think about my words, okay? So to start with, has anything changed in your routine, like your sleep or eating habits or your stress levels? Is your body asking you for more care or nourishment? Like needing to slow down a little bit? Eat more healthily, drink less alcohol. Is your body asking for more care or nourishment? And have there been any life changes, no matter how small, that might have had a bigger impact than you first thought? You know, sometimes even these really small changes can have a big impact. They can affect us physically, even at a subconscious level, especially if you're a sensitive soul. So just thinking, have there been any small life changes that might have had a bigger impact than you first thought? And if nothing's coming up, that's okay too. We're not judging. Just being curious. And are you going through any particular phase of life or experiencing any hormonal shifts at the moment? And could the anxiety be connected to something physical, like side effects of a medication or a medical condition? Remember, there's no need to force any answers, just let whatever comes up come up. And then finally, really gently ask yourself, has something from the past been trying to get your attention? Has something from the past been trying to get your attention? You know, sometimes our bodies really hold on to these stories and experiences long after we've kind of moved on from them. They're still stored deep within us. And while we're often searching for these answers or the logical explanations, sometimes what we're feeling is a bit deeper than that, kind of visceral. It's like this kind of quiet knowing. It doesn't need to be explained, but it does need to be acknowledged. So just really gentle curiosity. So if there is anything, just really acknowledge it lovingly here, really kindly. And if there's nothing, that's okay too. We're just trying to create some awareness and understanding. And if there are any old emotions kind of resurfacing, just remind yourself it's okay to not know why. So whatever has come up, you don't need to solve it all right here and now. Just bringing some awareness to it can be so helpful. Creating that space for curiosity, for compassion is so important. So still tapping gently, I'd like you to say to yourself in your mind now, whatever's here, I meet it with kindness. Let's say that again. Whatever is here, I meet it with kindness. And let that be your mantra for anything that comes up, either now or over the coming days. And if you are noticing those patterns that feel physical or persistent or confusing, that's okay too. That might just be a really gentle nudge to check in with a healthcare provider for that extra clarity, that extra support if you need to. You don't have to carry all this alone. I know it can feel so unsettling. So take a breath here, knowing that even if this session hasn't brought you clarity, that you'll be open and aware of any signs or nudges or signals that might happen over the coming days. Just have a open heart and open mind to that. Well done. I hope that brought you a little bit of clarity or calmness or insight. We're going to return to tapping now, so just opening the eyes and then back to tapping under the arm, repeating after me. I don't need to solve all this right now. I don't need to solve it all right now. Top of the head. I can honour how I feel without needing all the answers. Eyebrow point. What if it's safe to stop searching for a reason right now? Just calming things down through the tapping, through the breath. Side of the eye, I give myself permission to let go of the pressure to figure it all out. Under the eye, it's okay to feel anxious even when I don't know why. And if this does carry on, I'm open to getting the support that I might need. Under the nose, I don't have to fight this. I can just be with it, with myself, with my emotions, with my feelings. Chin point, and I'm allowed to feel my feelings without needing to fix them. collarbone points. I'm learning to soothe myself. One breath, one tap at a time. And this does feel so soothing. Under the arm, this feeling is just a visitor. It doesn't define me. So let's say that one again. This feeling is just a visitor. It doesn't define me. You know, we can move through these emotions and feelings. Top of the head, I'm open to the possibility that I can feel calm again. Well done. Let's do a final round now of affirmations and for empowerment. Eyebrow points, I'm doing the best I can and that is enough. You are enough. Side of the eye, I'm allowed to feel anxious. Everybody does. And I'm allowed to feel safe too. Under the eye, I'm learning to listen to my body and care for it with kindness. Under the nose, I trust that peace is possible, even if it doesn't feel like it yet. Peace is possible. Chin point, I choose to treat myself with softness and patience. You deserve that, you know. Collarbone, I'm safe in my body. I'm safe in this moment. Just remind yourself, whisper to yourself, I'm doing okay. I'm doing okay. Under the arm, I welcome in calmness, even in the presence of anxiety. Top of the head, I'm creating space to listen to my body with care, curiosity, and compassion. Say that one again. I'm creating space to listen to my body with care, curiosity, and compassion. Well done. Okay, stop tapping there. Take a nice breath in. Nice calm breath. And then let it go gently. And just take a moment now to check in with yourself. Notice how you feel. Has that anxiety shifted, even if just a really tiny bit? Progress is progress. Did any thoughts or memories come up that surprised you, that you might want to work on or work through? And remember, it's okay if nothing has changed straight away. You know, sometimes it takes a few rounds of tapping or repeated sessions. So just be gentle with yourself and try this tapping morning and evening whilst you're going through this unexplained anxiety, and just see what shifts. You know, the main thing is that you showed up today, you listened inward, something brought you here that, you know, you told yourself, I need to support my nervous system somehow. So if this session did help you today, or you did gain any insight or clarity, I'd love to know. So feel free to leave me a comment or just drop me an emoji if you prefer. Sending compassion and calmness your way. Thank you for tapping with me today. Take care.